I'm so excited to be taking home ec. I can't wait to sew and bake and do all
Hey,
sorts
shut up for a sec. You know how people always say home ec? Well, what does the X stand for?
That's a good question, man.
Excellence?
Ecuador? Eczema?
Good morning. Welcome to Econ 32D, Principles of Home Economics.
Oh.
Okay, so today we're going to do all this. Before we get started, does anyone have any questions? So, let's assume that this line is cheeseburgers and this line is soy milk, and suppose that the demand for soy milk falls because of the introduction of a new lactose intolerance drug. Can anyone tell me what happens to GDP? Anyone else? Anyone else? Fine. What's your name?
I'm Donna. The change in GDP will be a net gain of $72.8 million because the increase in demand for cheeseburgers will outweigh the fall in soy milk consumption, and the relatively low tax rate on the former will lead to a situation where more mothers are breastfeeding.
Okay, that's enough. We're not quite at that point in the textbook yet. Yeah?
Aren't we supposed to make meringues or knit scarves or something?
Well, I wasn't going to get into the macro policy details until later in the course. I suppose I could do a little bit of that right now. Does anyone know what a deficit is? Okay, seeing that no one knows, I'll tell you. A deficit is when the government spends more than it takes in. Our school district piled up a massive debt because they spent like drunken sailors before the last recession hit. Now, normally in a case like that, the federal government intervenes with some aid, but our genius of a president decided to escalate spending and pile up a massive deficit before idiotically committing us to a pointless fucking war in Iraq. Billions of dollars are getting spent every single day, and we can't even afford egg whites or Singer machines so that you guys can have a normal home ec class like the 12-year-olds that you are. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so to go back to our example, Robinson Crusoe has 12 cheeseburgers and 4 bushels of soy milk. Yes?
What's a bushel?